It's my diploma in this fancy little envelope thing. I'm not gonna show you it, but I'm qualified. That's basically what I'm saying. I graduated in May, this past May. High school can be kind of overwhelming. Each grade is pretty different from what I had experienced. Let's just get into it. My number one tip, be okay with change. You're going to change, the people around you are going to change, your hobbies are going to change, your looks are going to change. People I hung with my freshman year are not necessarily my best friends now, and that's okay. There wasn't some sort of beef that went down. There isn't any tea to spill. There's nothing that happened that made us not be friends anymore. It's just how we developed, what we went through, the things that we ended up like doing, Be okay with that. Your friends are gonna change, your hobby's gonna change. Be okay with change. This is a pretty generic tip. Keep walking in the hallways. Have your conversations side by side. People are trying to get the class and it's kind of a hazard to get through. Just keep walking. It's just kind of a common thing. If you want to do something, do it! This girl, this awkward little potato of a girl, decided, I've never been on a dance court before. Your girl wanted to be on homecoming court. So you know what this girl did? Put up humiliating pictures of me all over the school that said, Morgan Rawls for homecoming.
Recording.
Good. I was in a hot dog costume. I was in a shark costume. I was making a dumb face. I just put myself out there. People were looking at me as I was walking the hallways because they're like, shoot, she's the hot dog girl. I want homecoming queen. We're not talking about me though. We're talking about you and your struggles. If you want to do something, just do it. Don't think that everyone around you has it better or, oh, it's not gonna happen anyways. I thought the same thing. You just need to go for it. Now to get centralized into things, hey freshmen, here are some tips for you. Now I know they make a big deal, freshmen, fresh meat, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Just because you're a freshman doesn't mean everyone wants to beat you up. Only reason why everyone jokes about the freshmen being annoying or how they just hate them is because they can often be so immature and annoying. That's the only reason. You need to know that we are all there. If you're in anyone's way, even if you're a freshman versus a freshman, you're gonna get annoyed. And because everyone else is bigger than a freshman, it's easier to push them around. Be nice to everyone. Don't be annoying. You're 14. 14-year-olds, 18-year-olds. There's kind of a hierarchy. They've done their time. It's all good. Everyone is going through the same thing. You're all freshmen, you're all going to this school. Whether you came from elementary school and you've been through this public school system since kindergarten or you just moved in, it's almost like a fresh start. Everyone's going through the same thing. You just need to know that everything's gonna be fine. If you are stressed about making new friends and just finding the people that you enjoy, find the things that you enjoy and meet people through that. The best way is to join a club, a sport, get really into a certain class because everyone around you is going to be liking the same thing. Therefore, there's going to be people like you in these clubs and sports that you're going to get along with. So if you're afraid about making new friends, it sounds totally cliche. Get involved in things that you actually like to do and you'll find people that you actually like to be around. You're 14. You don't need to look like a 22-year-old. You don't need to be showing up in full faces of makeup. You don't need to be wearing the craziest outfits, the heels, and doing your hair every morning. I don't care if you're 18 years old. You don't need to be doing that for school. Make yourself comfortable. Don't force yourself to be this perfect little girl.
Wear something comfy. You're at school.
If you're worried about getting lost, don't worry. You're going to get lost. It's fine. Everyone knows it. The easiest thing to do is walk around school before school ever starts. Figure out where your classes are. Talk to people. Don't be frantically running around worrying that you're going to be late because it's not like the teachers are about to beat you up the second you walk into class. They know every single year there's a group of freshmen that just don't know what to do when they're holding up their maps and they're like,
where's English class? It's fine.
if you think you're gonna get lost, prepare yourself. Deal with it in the most responsible manner and not freak out during the time. One last thing, freshmen, you're not gonna be late to class. I understand being worried about being late, but you need to know that they give you enough time for a reason. They give you that much time and you're going to get to class on time, so do not injure yourself or others trying to get to class as soon as possible. Do not think you need to sprint. Overall, tip for freshmen is do not freak out. It's fine. Every single year freshmen freak out, and I was one of them, I have to admit, but you need to know that everyone goes through the same thing every single year, so everyone understands. Okay, on to the sophomores. Sophomore year is kind of an awkward year because, I mean, you get your car, but like that's just about as much as you get because it's a little bit harder than freshman year, but not by much. You're not really getting into the extreme AP classes and honors classes yet, but you're a sophomore, so that's pretty cool. What is blinking? What is going on? Sophomores, don't pick on the freshmen. You were just a freshman. That doesn't give you the right to automatically start beating up on them, but you're literally just a year above them. You just went through it, you know how it felt. There's no point in trying to pick them out and make fun of them again. You were just a freshman. You still have juniors and seniors above you who are gonna see you picking on freshmen, and it's not very cool. You don't need to know what college you're going to. I have some friends who knew what college they're going to in the 3rd grade. I knew friends who knew what they were gonna major in when they're, I don't know, out of the womb. I don't care how much your school is pressing on you. I don't care how much your parents are pressing on you. Sophomore year, you do not need to know what college you're going to. Focus on, I don't know, passing your classes, because that's kind of step 1. You gotta graduate first. I didn't know until around November which college I was going to. Do not stress yourself out over it. It's not worth it. Speaking of college, there is something you could do to prepare for it. Take the ACT or SAT as soon as possible. It's a stressful test, I know it sucks, but I waited until about junior year to start taking it, and I wanted that star score, and I just kept taking it, and I was panicking because I was running out of time. If you just get a really awesome score at the beginning, you won't have to worry about it, but that gives you more time to take the ACT and the SAT if you just take it. Just take it. I know it sucks, but the more you take it, the better scores you'll get and the easier the test will be to you because you know how it works. Get out of your house. You have a car. You have a license. You're 16. That's pretty cool. I encourage just to get out of your house every once in a while just to drive. You have the capabilities of going almost everywhere. Maybe not if your parents are super restrictive, but you still have the capabilities of going different places where you couldn't before. So use the car. You're 16. That's pretty freaking exciting. Take your car and just drive. Okay, junior year. It's true. It's kind of a doozy. Probably my toughest year. It sounds terrible. Should be like a positive advice thing, but it is gonna be rough. Junior year is rough because it's right when they start pushing out college stuff, because that's when you really need to start worrying about what you're doing in the future. The classes get really hard. AP classes
Up the wazoo.
you're kind of getting senioritis, but not really as a junior. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm only like halfway here. I'm sorry that it sucks, but you need to know you need to get through it in order to, I don't know, graduate. Number 1 tip, I promise you need to think about this. Take a sick day every once in a while. Some people are different. Some people take way too many sick days. Don't do that. I knew friends who took every single AP class under the sun, and they stressed themselves out. They barely slept. They were getting sick, but they needed to go to school. They just felt like they needed to go in order to not miss anything and get behind. Your mental health is still important, even if you're in high school. One day every once in a while where you can just de-stress. Maybe you're actually sick. Stay home. Refuel yourself. But if you're pulling all-nighters like every other day and you barely know what sleep is, you deserve a break every once in a while. Trust me, one day will not kill you. Now, one day every other day will kill you, so don't go to that extreme. Your mental health is important. Saying on that, do not be afraid to challenge yourself, but don't end up wanting to hurt yourself because of it. Like I said, I had a lot of friends who took every single AP class ever, which they were good for it because I knew they like to challenge themselves and they were very, very smart. But knowing me, I wasn't gonna do that. I consider myself relatively smart, but I knew I could not handle the amount of stress that comes with AP classes and honors and everything else in between. Take the classes that you know you're going to actually enjoy in an advanced placement class. My junior year, I took 3 AP classes, which was AP Studio Art, because I enjoy photography and design, so obviously I knew I was going to enjoy it. AP English. Believe it or not, I like English. Not a lot of people do, so I knew getting really deep into English wasn't going to be an issue for me because I like to do it. I wasn't going to be super stressed out compared to the people who hate English and are putting themselves through that. And AP Calculus. I was just really hoping that I got a good enough score. Wait, I'm thinking of... all the classes I just mentioned, I took my senior year, but I guess it still transfers, but I can't do math, barely could do calculus, but I still did it. If I actually got a good enough score in high school, then I don't have to take it in college. And if I had to take it in college, I actually kind of knew what would be going on in my college classes. Put on the workload, sure, if you want to be top of your class, sure, but if you're right in the middle, like me, I suppose, do not take a lot of time to stress yourself out on classes that isn't really going to benefit you now and in the future. And last thing, juniors, you are so close. Do not let your grades slip. I probably had the worst grades my entire high school career years, my junior year, because 1, the classes were hard, and 2, exhaustion, so close to actually being done with school and just the stress. My grades went kind of down, but I didn't let them get so bad that I knew I'd have to work up for it later. But no, it's gonna be kind of hard junior year, and I'm sorry, but everyone has a hard time, so no, everyone around you is kind of wanting to hurt themselves, but it's okay because you're almost done. And that leads me to senior year. Yes, best year I ever had, hands down. I still had schoolwork. Don't think I took all the slack off classes because I'm a responsible student. Enjoy it while it lasts. You need to still be focused on your school and your future, whether you're going to college or work or whatever you're doing after high school, but just enjoy senior year. Enjoy the fact that you're going to be around these people for probably the last time. I guarantee you 99% of the people in my high school I will probably never really see again. There's only that small group of friends that you're going to be with your senior year that you're probably really going to miss. So value them now, spend time with them now. Sad day. Anyways, as they say, senioritis is definitely real. I don't care how much of a work ethic you have, you will get senioritis one time or another. You need to know that if you screw up now, you're going to hate yourself later. Just pass your classes. That's all I say. It sounds easy, but senioritis is definitely gonna kick you in your butt. Strive for C's. That's all I ask. For those of you who are going to college and everything else in between, scholarships. Do the local scholarships. But the sooner you do it, the more likely you're going to get more. I think I signed up for 9 scholarships, like local scholarships, all at once. I spent maybe a month going through these suckers and just filling all of them out. I ended up getting 5 or 6 of them. The sooner the better. Talk to your counselor, look at local businesses. A lot of the banks around town had these scholarships available from $500, $250, $1,000. Everything in between matters because college is expensive, and the more scholarships you get, the easier it will be on you and your parents and whoever is paying for your college. But the second I started to, you just kept filling them out, and know that a lot of them are quite similar. So save the forms, save the scholarships, and just keep reapplying them to different things because you can fill out a lot in one sitting just because a lot of them are so similar. For those of you who aren't going to college, that's okay. Just figure out what you're doing after high school and it'll make your life so much better. If you don't want to go to college, that's not your thing. I don't care if you're going to a community college, then a 4-year college, or into a 4-year Harvard college. college, or if you're taking a gap year to work a whole bunch. As long as you have a plan, it's fine. Don't just go, oh, I'm just gonna work. If you do that, you're gonna work at McDonald's until you're 35. Make a plan after high school. I sound like a mom. I sound like I'm nagging you.
What are you doing, But
I'm just trying to help you out, man. Every once in a while, look around you and acknowledge the people around you that have got you there. Whether it be awesome teachers, your best friends, your dog, whoever just made your high school experience your high school experience, you need to acknowledge that you are thankful for them. I am going to college 2-3 hours from some of my favorite people in the whole wide world, and I didn't really stop and look around every once in a while. I had to acknowledge the fact that, hey, these teachers, these people, heck, I'm leaving my dogs for college by thanking them and acknowledging them and spending time with them, because you're gonna be like me, you're gonna be sitting here in July gathering your dorm room supplies and decorations and be sitting in your middle room like crap. I graduated high school. My best friends are gonna be at least 2-3 hours away from me for most of the year. You're gonna get sad. Whether you have one friend, 100 friends, or you just really love your dog. During the year, really look around you and appreciate the people who got you here. There's gonna be a day where you're not gonna really see her ever again. Just... Wow, that put me right in the feels. I'm really sad. On that note, that's all I got. That's where I'm at. Sad boy hours. Everything leads up to this moment. And now that I'm an incoming freshman again at a college, like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. But let me know if you want to see cool college videos, because I'm actually super excited to film those. Enjoy your time in high school, because it might suck on the surface, but it's really not that bad at the end. Boop. I wish you all the best. Shoot! This is a thing. I have this.